What's up guys, Icebreaker back. As you can see, I've broken into Diamond, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I did it. We are now at 5VR, and as you can see, my layout is one of the ones that is pretty common. I'd say it's, well, very similar to the ones that are out there. Obviously we've got the single ER over to the right, a flamethrower and machine gun, sniper and mortar and stuff down here, as well as a few mines and some hidden shocks and that behind the sniper and the cannon. That's caught more than a couple of people out, just hiding those two. There's obviously one behind this sniper as well, and one behind the boom cannon. People don't always scout properly, and then before you know it, they're in the middle of the hit and they're getting stuck on shock mines, and yeah, it's causing a fizzle. So we've got that stuff covering over here, but what this does lead to is people barting out these couple of buildings here so that they can throw critters on the engine. But we do also have the rocket launcher down here as well, which is also covering it. That as well has caught a few people out. They've gone and barted out the machine gun and stuff to throw the critters, only then to realize that the rocket launcher is going to take the critters anyway, which obviously leads to a fizzle. Most people are using Seekers this season. I am anyway. What happens is people will go for this engine first. The Seekers then go up to this one, then the corner, and then that one, before finally heading off to the right if they haven't taken that one down. We've obviously got lots and lots of shock mines packed in that corner, as well as the damage amp there with the flamethrowers, machine guns and everything. People who don't bar out the sky shield and throw the shocks and the cryo bombs properly will fizzle under here. They generally get to sort of this engine, and by the time this one goes down, they might have like 3 or 4 Seekers left, which obviously leaves them nothing to go to over to the right. Critter launchers are in range of the Seekers as they attack this engine, get a few critters out on the deck, and then again on this one, this critter launcher here is in range of the Seekers when they're attacking this second engine room, as well as obviously the one up in the corner as well. So by the time they get round to this engine room, there is quite a lot of critters on the deck from the critter launchers, which really does help cause the fizzle. Obviously we've got this one here as well, which is then ranging any that are left, targeting this one. So then when the Seekers come round to this engine, they got an absolute horde of my critter launchers, critters chasing after the Seekers, which has caused a lot of fizzles as well. And obviously we got the mines, boom mines and stuff along the paths as always between ERs. So that's for the layout. Is it working? It is absolutely working. You can see I'm 8-2 for my log, 8 wins, 2 losses, and the 2 losses were against 6 ER players. Every 5 ER player I go up against, I can pretty much smoke them with Seekers every time. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. First, I just want to show you these times and the fizzles against this base. GT4 fizzled. This one was a retreat as soon as they seen their last engine room go down. That one went down to percentage, and that was actually my boss fight for Diamond, that one. And I won it by 1%. Let's go. And then this guy fizzled. This one fizzled. This one actually did get through, but he was slow. And then that's another one that got through, but again was slow, and then a fizzle. The ones who do get the full clear against this layout generally aren't using Seekers. They've gone with like rocket choppers or heavy Zookers, but obviously using Seekers is way faster. You can see these times. You see these times at 3:02 left on the clock on that one, 3:05. I think most of the actual times, if we were to time them, is about 3:05 to 3:15 left on the clock, sort of depending on like shot mines and stuff. But I'm going to show you how to do it after we take a quick look at the tech tree. As you can see, it's still basically the same. I still haven't picked up the multi-node down here, but I've pretty much maxed everything else. Obviously skipped the med kits because they don't heal Seekers, so we don't need those. Tick 4 flare, everything's pretty much the same. Rocket launchers are tick 4. Obviously now we are into 5VR, so we've got cryo bomb, we've got max critters and max GBE. That's pretty key. The max GBE is a pretty big part of it. You will need that. Critters, you don't need, there's not like a need for them, but having them does definitely help with clearing mines or crittering that far ER if that's what you want to do. Whatever you do, don't put any love into the cryo bomb, because all you'll get from those upgrades is tech points. The amount of freeze it doesn't change, or the time doesn't change or anything like that. It's literally the only thing you get from it is tech level, as you can see there. So that's a waste of tokens to upgrade the cryo bomb. Okay, let's jump in a couple of these attacks then. The strategy is quite simple. We've got Brick and Iron Will. Brick has quite a short-lived strategy. But to start off with, we've landed all Seekers and Brick. I have thrown a flare up here. This flare is completely optional. You don't need to do this. But as the Seekers are coming over the top of the ramp, just coming into the range of the first couple of buildings, we want to be activating Iron Will. And I have thrown 5 max level artillery at the Sky Shield to get rid of the Sky Shield. You can see the Sky Shield going down. Iron Will's being activated. Now, this first engine room goes down. We're then going to drop a cryo bomb in the middle of everything up here. This is going to clear the mines and slow the defenses. The Seekers are then going to take the natural path to that first ER ER, and we're going to shock the flamethrowers and machine guns as we go around, using a second cryo bomb just to keep everything nice and slow so that we don't have to use quite as many shocks. Whilst all this is going on, you can be using critters or artillery to clear these mines and stuff if you've got the GBU to do it. But then as this last ER goes down, we're going to start throwing some smokes. As they come around this corner, throw some critters down on those mines, a couple more smokes, and then just before they come out of the last smoke, we're going to drop a shock down on the flamethrower and machine gun and stuff, and those guys then are going to rip that last ER down nice and quick. You can see there the absolute army of defensive critters that I was talking about a minute ago with the layout. Okay, so this layout is a little bit different. We've got the 2 ERs over here. This one, sometimes what you'll find is the Seekers will split off into 2 packs. They will go left and right. Some will come over to this right one, and then some will go over to that left one. We need to be prepared to do it. You can still get away with the split attack, especially on these ones that don't have too many defenses over the right hand side. You can kind of let them just get on with it, focus on the Seekers that go left, because obviously the majority of the defenses are over here, so we need to focus on that. So it's the same sort of story again. We drop brick and Seekers, 5 artillery on the Sky Shield, drop the cryo bomb here just to clear the mines, and I've cleared the mines over the right hand side as well. Iron Will obviously, and then as they come up to this second one, we've dropped a shock down and then a cryo bomb over to the far left. And as you can see, we've got a split going on. So half the Seekers are coming to the right, and then another chunk of them are going up here to this one. These are the ones that we need to look after, because these ones are basically going to take care of themselves. That's exactly what I did. I let those guys do that. Cryo bomb and a shock over here, and then shocking the defenses again. These ones come over this side, and that gives you a really, really fast time. Like much quicker than doing all the left side and then coming back and doing the right. This sort of time you can get 3:20 left on the clock quite easily. So when you're making your layouts, make sure the Seekers can't split. I know that's kind of against the meta for defending against Seekers. Generally you do want them to split, but on this layout this season, that's not what you want. A lot of the bases out there right now are starting to dirty up quite a lot, but you will still find that majority of bases are running the Sky Shield clumped layout over to the left with all the machine guns and flamethrowers over there. Again, these are the sort of layouts that could get you a split. It kind of depends on where the Seekers come off the boat, so as to which way they'll go. So on this one, we dropped brick nice and early because I want to use Iron Will to get through these mines. Fired out the Sky Shield. First cryo bomb goes down, activating Iron Will. And as you can see, we have got a couple going off to the right, and then sort of the majority going off to the left. These guys come up the right hand side, get caught on a couple of shot bombs, but these guys over the left do their thing. We then smoke these guys round and then drop a last shot down over there and then go for it. What I did was I let those first few boats of Seekers fizzle, but yeah, we got the dub for that one as well. Yeah, there you go, guys. That's pretty much the strategy that's got me in the diamond. And as you see, I'm well on my way to 22. I'll probably get there today when I do my chest this afternoon. Focus on mine placement. Hiding a few shock mines over this right hand side is clutch. You'd be surprised how many people don't scout or don't scout properly. Sky Shield, plenty of shot mines, damage amp, machine guns and flamethrowers over the left to try and cause a fizzle, and then having those critter launchers near the ERs for while those Seekers are taking down the ERs. You want to be shooting as many critters out at them as possible, because that will really does help. Plus, strategy, you might actually cause somebody to get a disconnect as well. Get that whole critter launcher out of sync error that's supposed to have been fixed ages ago is still an issue, so you can still force a couple of disconnects as well. Make the most of it, guys. There it is anyway, my strategy to get to diamond for season 42. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.